Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, I'm trying to get into doing monthly forecasts. So, I started last month and so my getting into August now. So, I'm hopefully going to keep it up, continue this, and get better and better. And of course, we just entered August and we have about 4 weeks left of August. July was very eventful with as far as our free speech or lack thereof, with the Childhood Safety Act being announced and protests going on right now that are heavily suppressed in the media in the UK, and Trump visiting the and all kinds of things going on with Trump and AI and et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of activities last month, a lot of things beginning with the wands. I had a lot of wands last month in the reading, showing building up something, creating new, forcing new establishment orders there, sort of pushing them on everyone uh, last month. So a lot of drama. But let's look at August. Now, normally August is a quiet month, right? So a lot of people take vacations. Oh, ha ha ha! It never seems to be quiet anymore. Is there ever a quiet? Has there been one quiet month, right? But anyways, let's see about August. Um, oh, and also the churches in that big brouhaha in Canada where the Christian singer went up there and he was like banned from all the satanic provinces there. And now it's being called a demonic uh, place now. But we did that before, but it's getting worse everywhere. It's everywhere. So let's see what can we expect in August in general. This is just a general forecast, looking at the whole world and things are going to go this month, if it's going to be eventful and what kind of things to expect. So if it resonates with you, take it with you. If not, just ignore it. Let's look at August. August 2025. What can we expect? I'm going to do my Mildred Payne cards first. What can we expect in August? August. What can we expect in August? How's it going to be in general? Okay. Shields. Protection. Hats. That one just kind of dropped. It didn't fly there, so I'm going to ignore that one. Well, this is flipped over. I'll take it. Fetus. New beginnings there. Antidote. Scourge. Dove. Ear. There, I'll take it. Two more. Octopus. And ladder. I'll take these cards. All right. This card just dropped out, so I'm going to take this one too, Moon. Just sort of on its own, flipped out there. So, with a mind of its own. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Good morning. You hardly sleep anymore. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sleeping is very important. I don't want to be losing that. Oh, and there goes my camera again. Apologies for the camera. You know how it is. Usually settles in. Tried to have it on for a while first, but still acts up sometimes. Anyway, so the shields. First card out is about protection, preservation, isolation, and a defensive barrier. Yeah, like our borders, maybe. Our protection is going to be as high up there. And of course, they're using that excuse for AI that we need, surveillance for your safety. Hat is self-image, identity, career choice, role one plays in life, a sign of respect. Fetus, of course, number one, new beginnings, but also life and organ donation, pertaining. There's stories coming out about they're saying that the placentas of newborns that were taken by big pharma and used for all kinds of products and experiments going on. I saw that recently on Twitter. But else, new beginnings, developing possibilities, and new responsibilities. So new beginnings. So good as far as the borders and our protection and the roles we play here in August. There's going to be some new beginnings there, which I would think an antidote. So it's looking positive, like there's going to be some resolution or cures for the situation regarding our protection and safety. Antidote is a welcome remedy to a toxic problem. Balancing force against negativity. Okay, so this is good news. So, a positive new beginning against the toxicity of these. I take this like self identity with the woke communist ideologies and very abusive and pushing racism and whatnot. So I think there's more solutions, new beginnings of solutions to those problems. But of course, they're not going to go quietly. And at 79, we have scourge, which is discipline, punishment, can be brutality, extreme suffering, subjugation. So that might be the antidote, is that we're going to need to punish some people who have caused suffering there, but in a, I'd say, peaceful way, one that inspires hope and peace, a time of harmony, prosperity, blessings, and good health. So something that's more calm, not like an extreme action, but steps being taken to methodically and calmly, peacefully bring things back around to the way they should be. This is hearing news. Ear is hearing news, listening to others, being aware of situations. Going to be hearing a lot of new news regarding this new beginning as some sort of solution or remedy to the toxic situation of our lack of protection and the identity politics. And the octopus, very busy, lots of things happening at once here. The octopus talks about greed, entanglement, multitasking, high intelligence. So the greed that's behind so much of everything going on being exposed, as well as the intelligence, high intelligence here, or you could say intelligence agencies' involvement as well. So I do see hearing new news to resolve and detoxify the greed and intelligence abuses that have been occurring. Ladder is about high achievement, overcoming obstacles, and stepping up in life. And the last card is the moon, which can indicate natural cycles, lunacy, dark emotions. Yeah, so more of the same, basically. That's the way I look at it, and what we've been dealing with on the world stage. But I do see improvements here, new beginnings. Yeah, hi, Julianne Lewis. How are you? Tuppence. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, hello. So yeah, so this is what I'm getting so far with the Mildred Payne. But let's get out the Gilded Tarot. And let's take a look. For the next 4 weeks, we have 4 weeks left in August. Let's see. Is there going to be any more drama going on here that we need to focus on? What is, I do see this new beginning here, this new solution that's going to be very positive for us in general, bringing peace, new stories, exposing. I see a lot of exposure of the greedy ones and the intelligence activities, and we're being able to overcome that obstacle. But it will be a bit crazy at times. And the craziness, I think, is with the AI. I mean, I've been realizing lately that so many videos, even animal videos, like I expected them people to create AI with politics and whatnot and have people saying things of that. They're doing it with animal videos, showing animals jumping on trampolines, and they're all fake. This is one example. There's another video I saw on Twitter. Because you believe that first, you look at it, and you're like, "Wow, look at that!" But then you find out, oh, it's AI. There's a video of an elephant saving a baby tiger in the water, and I mean, who the hell was able to capture that? I mean, common sense, you can tell it's AI, really, when you think about it. But at first, when you see it, it fools you. And it's like, I can't trust anything anymore. It's really, I know you hear that again and again, but with even animal videos, they're just doing that with animal videos. So much fakeness, so much AI going on. It's just awful. Anyways, you can't really be sure of anything. And of course, this is all intentional to for their minds, in my opinion. Yeah. 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 I think a shift is coming though, which is good. Yeah, so let's see. So we got 4 weeks left. We got the 3rd to the 9th, 10th to the 16th, and the 17th to the 23rd, and last week, 24th to the 30th. Let's see. Last month of summer for us. Enjoy last month of summer. I'm going to be spending a lot of time outdoors and just enjoying the beautiful weather while we can. I know it's winter time in Australia, so you're gonna get your summer soon enough. Don't worry about it. So let's see here. All right, I got shuffled enough. How are the next 4 weeks going to be? Let's see what the cards show. All right, so week 1, and that's 3rd through 9th, and 10th, 3, and then 4. Bottom of the deck. 2 of Swords. Well, talk about silencing people. I take this as, the censorship is going to be the overriding issue of the month, and this online censorship debates and exposures and the abuse of power here. So the first week of August, I get Sun reversed. So some small success here is a successful card, even reversed. 7 of Pentacles. So people following that money trail, a lot of analyzing here, a lot of looking into and digging out facts successfully and exposing powerful people. And I also get World reversed. Oh my. So bad. It's going to be the nasty globalists down here being exposed successfully by people who are researching things thoroughly and making the connections this week. So there may be a lot of research going on, a lot of the abuse still going on with the globalists level here, but I don't see anything actually happening. But just that there is a lot more exposure coming out this week. So expect to see more of that, more data coming out, more charts, more graphs showing, the changes since 2021, that type of thing. But good research here, good expert analyzers coming up with finding things and evaluating and reporting on things. All right, then the 10th through the 16th. This would be a good first week for work as well. People are going to be having some success at work, even if there's problems with the internets. So 10th through 16th, we get, things getting cuckoo here. The High Priestess reversed. Now, I often think of, when I'm thinking of worlds forecasts with Cups and High Priestess, can look at that as things that affect us emotionally, but also our mental health in general and subconscious influences and that type of thing. The back of my hand looks like yours. Yeah, my hand looks weird in this light. If I put the light on, I don't know if it's going to screw it up. Say it's more. See, if I try to put that light on, I have to keep the light a bit dimmer. Now look at that. Now I have to fix the camera. You see how this camera is? I have a very peculiar setup. with this camera. This camera does not like me, or it doesn't like working. Let me see if I make this like that. That's a little lighter. I go lighter. Sometimes I try to go too light because then it's just too much. That might be a little bit better. But when I go too low, my hand starts looking creepy there. Like green skin or something. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, I think I see things getting a little crazy. This could be regarding just mental health issues. Major story here, though, because it is a major arcana. So I see things getting a bit crazier there. And of course, oh, 10 of coins, which I also see as a banker, globalist, very wealthy, a lot of money here, but not just money, but all kinds of funding and things getting crazy, being exposed, like that story in California where an entire school board resigned after being caught funneling millions upon millions of dollars. So a lot more crazy news coming out with large amounts of money, millions of dollars and whatnot, and how crazy it is and continues to be, and people getting exposed. And I get the Queen of Coins. So this could be a woman who is a financial analyst or someone who is very wealthy, who's going to be prominent in this story in a positive way, though, because it is upright. So I do think that she may be maybe a woman who's going to be exposing some more of the dastardly corruption that's been happening here. Yeah, all of this data, yeah, concerning the U.S. election, yeah, all that coming out, and more is going to come out too in this next week. But yes, about Russia, Russia, Russia. You know, we've known all along though it was fake, but now it's like they're coming out with the receipts. So yeah, that's probably along these lines as well. And things getting even crazier the second week. I do see more crazy stories coming out regarding large sums of money being embezzled, corruption going on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Soros is behind everything. He really is. Him and his son, his evil son, there's top Satanists there, totally demonically possessed, in my opinion. Anyways, that's what I think. And you can see this as witchery, sorcery up here too, as well. The Satanists and their mind effery and what they're doing to people. Also, I would add a lot of ripping people off, particularly older people, more susceptible people to be aware of. It's a big business. They're saying now the Mexican cartels make more money scamming people online than they do with their regular drug dealing. Like they're shifting, the criminal cartels are shifting to online financial crimes. So you have to be so careful with everything now, even more than usual. It's getting worse and worse. They have AI can pretend to be a real person and they're, using dating apps and fooling people. People think they're talking to a potential partner and instead they're talking to AI and they don't know it. So everything, you have to be so careful with everything. And AI can whip up websites and good positive reviews like that. And you think you're dealing with a reputable company and it turns out it's a big scam. So I see a lot of that getting worse and exposed as well. So look out, be much more careful, especially with your money and any investments and savings and retirement things. You can be very careful. I do see something being exposed by this woman coming out. All right, so third week of August, by getting a lot of coins, health, money, career, these types of topics. So are they going to education, investments? It could also be about the CBDCs, the Patriot coins or whatever they're calling it now, stable coins. That could also be a major topic here with all these three major arcana, three coins. So while last month we had a lot of wands, I'm getting more coins here. So it's quieter, but it's much more practical and things happening here on a material level. So maybe quietly, a little bit more quietly, but still happening significant here. So now the 17th to the 23rd, okay, we get the Knight of Cups. So again, the emotions now, they're coming in and swaying people's emotions. Some new opportunity coming in here, enticing people, making them happy as well, possibly. Then we get the coins again, and we're getting 5 of coins, which is going to be controversy over financial matters, career matters. Yeah, was Klaus Schwab kicked out? I heard he left. I don't know if he was kicked out or what, but I did hear that someone else has taken over. And all these WEF people, they're all Satanists. That Carney, the leader of Canada now, and all the Satanists are WEF. It's really so many WEF people everywhere. Meghan Markle's WEF. She was one young leader, one young world. That's WEF related. So yeah. So, but I do see problems here, struggles. Oh, and 9 of Wands. Wow. So I see this as there's still struggles and not dropping. It's like there's this not dropping of the mRNA and not dropping of the idea of digital currencies and not dropping the globalist agenda. Like I still think they're hanging in there, even though it's obvious that their climate lies and destroying our wealth, destroying our energy sources to make us poor is still going on. So I do see that continuing and being an issue in the third week of August as we see how wealthy. Now, the news just came out today that some leader in the UK, and I'm sure there's more all over the world, there's certain politicians who are making millions or billions probably in the illegal migration because they're making money from this, whether it's from George Soros or World Economic Forum, whatever the sources may be that, people are figuring that out still. But there is a lot of money being made, a lot of corruption. So I'm getting a lot of coins here. Maybe a lot of that coming out this month more and more of who got rich with COVID, who are the ones that made millions and billions, and looking into that, but also the fact that it was a money transfer, taking the money away from the middle class and making them poor. And that is going to be another issue, something regarding that, I think, with the third week of August with the 5 of Coins, 9 of Wands. But I do see a happy solution here or something positive with the Knight of Cups that has some optimism in regards to this ugly situation we've been dealing with. Yeah, Klaus Schwab is accused of misusing funds. Wow, there's actually ethics there because every time I see one of those WEF videos, I mean, the people are so nasty. I mean, they're my favorite word, I know, but they're so evil. They're like, oh, we need to do this, and these people need to do that, and it's like they're portraying themselves like they're our leaders, when they are the most wretched, ignorant, narcissistic, condescending. They're awful. They're just evil. They're these not. They just have a lot of money. And I think because they have a lot of money, they're somehow superior. And I think they all need to be having their assets stripped is what needs to happen here. But that's my opinion. Because the fact that these nobodies that nobody elected are putting themselves on stage and saying, we need to do something about these people. They need to do this and they need to do that, right? Yeah. Yeah, Stasi Starmer, yeah. I mean, things are getting out of control. Australia, I'm hearing bad news out of Australia, Canada, UK. Yeah, I know, I know. I don't want to hear the word convid ever again either. But if we don't hold people accountable, they're going to do it again, right? So unless you want 2.0, convid 2.0 happening, we need to go back over and say, okay, who did what? Who's going to jail? So that definitely want some. There's been no accountability for the criminals behind that, and they do need to be held accountable. So that's why I'm like, not going to forget it. We're not going to let it, because they want us to just keep moving and forget about it, just move on and pretend it didn't happen. Well, that's exactly what they want. Because if you do that, then they're not going to be held accountable, and they're going to do it again, and it'll be worse the next time because they've calculated exactly what worked and what didn't. Hi, Lady of the Lake. How are you? Yeah, all of our lives. But yeah, the children, I mean, nobody was that, but everybody, the elderly who were killed, the disabled who were killed. I mean, I'm going over the Grace Shara trial, the girl who had Down syndrome, just one of many that were, killed in hospitals. I believe intentionally. There's a lot of crimes that need to be looked into. Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, they do have to all go to jail, but we all have to put pressure to make sure that happens because this is a public issue. And money, health, coins, 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 coins. That's going to be the big story of August. Analyzing, going through the large sums of money and who funneling around and who made large sums of money off of crimes, and also addressing the suffering of people. I mean, five of coins is money, but it's also health. People who have been severely impacted and have been dismissed and deplatformed and censored by Harry and Meghan and the gang, who deplatformed and censored people who are suffering from adverse events. I mean, this is a fact, So there's got to be some repercussions of this, severe repercussions, because these are, in my opinion, or not just my opinion, crimes against humanity is a very serious, and we need to keep fire under their feet on this one. So let's look at the last week of August. I think it's going to get better last week of August. Let's find out. I get, okay, Four of Swords. So some peace, relaxing here. They're ready to jump up and fight when need be. I do see the last week of August being a little more peaceful there with that card. Oh, no, or good for us if it's a bad guy. Some baddie being taken out. I see that someone is going to now. Well, Klaus Schwab's already stepped down, but he needs to be arrested. And Bill Gates is on trial, right? In where is it, Belgium, I believe. So maybe he's going to go down. Oh, I see somebody going down here. And last card I get, King of Swords upright. All right. So this, you could look at this as a world leader. You could look at it as a Trump, because Trump is an air sign, or someone else. But I do see a male figure here, and who's doing the right thing here. And this could also be representing a group, intelligence of people who are taking out some bad guys here. I take this as some of the criminals who deserve to be taken out are going to have their reputations destroyed. They may be, charged, just put on trials or whatnot, or indicted. Yeah. Yeah, and it will be long time in coming, because there are a lot of people who are laying low right now on the millions they made, but they're going to be, they may be in their tunnels here. They may be trying to hide out in their in their hiding places. They build all these, like Zuckerberg and the rest, making their tunnels, like they're resting over here waiting, and it's going to come for them. And I do see a lot of legal action here, a lot of information coming out, a lot of justice starting. But this is not the justice yet. These are the lawyers and the writers and the politicians who are organizing, strategizing, and getting things done in order to take out these criminals who have so far just gotten away with it and think that they can rest easy, that they've gotten away with it, but they're not. Swords, swords, and swords. Definite. So I would say the last week of August is going to probably be the least peaceful, because there will be a lot of information. There will be a lot of attacking going on, smearing, a lot of, verbally. It could be physical, but I see more verbal attacking, more lawfare type of attacking, not necessarily violence or anything. And and these are two kind of like death cards. Could be about mortality, more famous people dying. Now, it could be the last week of August. A very prominent man is taken out, although I don't get a death card or anything, but I do see possible illness or having to rest. And or just that the idea of getting a lot of information, a lot of strategy here with swords, a lot of aggressive speech and arguments. Yeah. So I do think the last week of August is actually going to be the most tumultuous, with the arguing and the verbal attacks and the takedowns. So all in all, yeah, it's going to be coins and swords mainly this month. So again, career, resting, building, stability, earth. A lot of people are reaping their gardens and looking into new financial investments and new educational investments, that type of thing, people getting into and planning. And then things really get busy in the last week with a lot of strategy and arguing and information coming out. It's not going to be good for some people. I'll tell you, some people are going to have their reputations completely destroyed. Their career's over, but it'll be a good thing for us because it is the right thing with the King of Swords upright. Shows the right thing, the right decisions, the right information exposing the truth here. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Named and shamed. Exactly, Lady of the Lake. So there you have it. So again, first week of August, two major arcana with the Seven of Coins. I see major information coming out by the globalists, which will get some prominence in the media and the alternate media. Second week of August, I see a woman here, Earth sign woman, or just a woman who's financially based. I always think of Catherine Austin Fitz or something, like a woman who's knows is very capable and uh, sound and calm and methodical, talking about huge sums of money here, funneling and whatnot, and the creative, and with the High Priestess reversed, can be seen as secrets being revealed, things dealing with conspiracies and hidden agendas and mind manipulating people's minds, type of thing, and just drugs and mental disturbances as well. So it could be talking about pharma, how pharma has been with the antidepressants and other drugs that have, been also a scandal going on. So that kind of thing may be coming out in the second week. The third week, again, night of pops up right. So some good news there, some good, but at the same, so it could be good news regarding health matters, maybe something coming out as a solution, and also, but also this hanging in there, this uh, feeling that it's taken so long and people are just hanging in there. Some good news for people who have been hanging in there and dealing with these struggles from all of these events, and continue to some positive some positive movement forward there. And as we move forward here the last week of August, again, I see things about swords and swords. So a lot of information, a lot of arguing, a lot of controversy, and somebody's reputation being rightfully destroyed. Yeah, it can be military and also legal, and justice system, police type of um, Department of Justice kind of movement here, just taking out the criminals here at the end of the month. So it should be exciting the last week of August. There's going to be somebody, there's a lot of information and arguing going on. It could be quite controversial there. It'd be very intense. Yeah, I see the truth being exposed there on someone or some group. So there you have it. That is the month of August forecast, general forecast. So I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. All right. Bye bye, everyone.